by the APC people. It's a sign of calling you to join us. APC have given you a wonderful platform that everybody know, even somebody that don't know you before, he see you differently. But now that you are in FCT, when you are in Rivers, you are in PDP, he see you different. But now he see you as a wonderful person. It's a call for you to join us fully. Let me thank you, Honorable Minister, for what you have been doing, for the way you support Mr. President to achieve this Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President. Because FCT, what you are doing in FCT have shown that the Renew Hope agenda is real, is coming to stay, and people will see it. And I'm very happy for that. Because where I am today, I have never known this place in my life. And I don't think if I will be in Abuja for the next 20 years again, I will know this place. But because of you, because of what you have for the people of the FCT, the indigenous, and to develop the remote area, the cellular towns, I'm sure before even now you have visited here, maybe 2 or 3 times, that we are in Abuja since we have never visited. I really thank you.
The people of Kabusa Keti, are you happy? The people of Kabusa Keti, are you happy? Has any government come here before? Have you seen any minister here before? Is it the first time you have seen a minister? What it means is that this time around, it is not for us to sit in the office. We have to come and interact with you. We have to come to tell you we know what you face, and we feel your pains, and we are here to solve your problems. And that's what Mr. President has sent us to come and do. You know, government is people talk to people, people will understand. Not so. So the man will see me. Now he will me I go see. Not so. Not so. Since they refuse to come and see you, will you see them? Will you see them? When they come, tell them to go. Do you understand what I said? Tell them when you did them, they didn't come. Now that you have road, they want to come. Will you allow them to use road for you? But if I come, you recognize me, should I? So, note that Mr. President has come through me to fulfill the promise he has made. Now, I think you will know your brother Philip Adudwa. Do you know Philip Adudwa? Do you like him? He's the only senator that connects with the people. He's the only senator I know. So, when, you know, this time around, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? This time around, we will send people who will listen to people. Is it not correct? In politics, not be grammar. Can I hear that they talk? Politics not be grammar. Politics is a relationship between the people and the person one I go send. Not so. More than they follow people when they say they speak grammar. You don't see who grammar help. We will send people who will come back to you and say, this is what you sent me to go and do, and this is what I have brought. Don't be so. So I thank all of you. I'll continue to give us.
I was a person they rejected. They know him very well. They know Philip Adudwa very, very well. 24 years. He's a senator there for 6 terms. 6. Since 1999. Because all the while, right, it's always been like just ride the results. It's Philip Adudwa. Nobody they dispute him. They know them. It's like, in some cases, right, he contested like without any opposition, like contested unopposed, Philip Aduda. But they rejected him. And they said the obedient movement was a mistake. This is the Wike and gang. In Rivers State, Wike used his thuggery, right, to cut off over 2 million votes of Peter Obi in Rivers State, in case if you don't know. And that is why he is so mad with Fubara. Because what he did in Rivers State for Tinubu, Wike was supposed to be in jail, not a minister. So they are telling themselves that the fact that people were able to use this obedient movement where people were not paid money, right? And they ensure that even as much as they tried to cut down their votes as they did, but they still got some people through the fire. Philip Aduda couldn't believe his eyes. He did everything to even stop the announcement of the results at some point, but it was just too much. Philip Aduda was not like defeated narrowly. He was defeated resoundly. I think he only got about 21% of the vote or something in Abuja. He was beating blue-black. Like, he had no chance. It's not as if to say, oh, Ireti got, let's say, 51%. Philip Aduda got 49%. No. Ireti got like 70 to 80% of the vote. Despite all the rigging, all the effort. This was somebody who has been the senator representing a place. There's only one senator that represents Abuja, one senator. And he has been the only senator since 1999. 24 years. And person with no share money defeated him from every corner, including inside the asshole rock that Bokwari was the president. Defeated Aduda in the Apo Villa legislative quarters, where all of them lived. Philip Aduda's staff voted against him. But with Wike from Rivers State, where he used his influence, with Wike's thugs, they were chasing INEC officials. They were chasing them all over Rivers State during the presidential election. There's still a video online where some youth coppers, they were beaten bloody because they won't give the beavers, and then they log in to the IREF. They won't give it up for their own local government area or something. They trace them, they look for them everywhere. But they shot and killed NYSC members, INEC officials in Rivers State during the presidential. It was like war. This way the Wike that you are seeing on your screen. But he got away with it. And he got rewarded to be the FCT minister. And that's exactly what he's going to do again. So to them, the mistake that they underrated you, the obedient. They called you 4 people tweeting in a room in 2023 was a mistake. It will never happen again. It will never happen again. That's what they're saying to themselves. If they want to write it now, they will write it, and they can tell you to go to hell. There's nothing you can do about it. And as long as it keeps an hold down, what do you call it? Hold down the PDP, keep it divided as it is. So you can dream on in doing your coalition this, coalition that, when you should all, you, the obedient, should be mounting pressure on your OB. And the SPV boys, Atifku's boys, the articulators, you should be mounting pressure on Atifku to lead a nationwide shutdown of Nigeria, to demand for electoral reform for real. But you are all looking for coalition. We should come together. We should come together. With the Wike's nemesis, Fubara, was at a commissioning. Is it commissioning? These two was on a road commissioning in River State about 2 days ago. And he was telling us about Wike, his vendetta and the rest. They said Wike wanted to was constructing a road. He awarded a road project. And the road was going to pass the front of a supposed political enemy's house. And guess what Wike did? They stopped the project right in front of the man's house. They stopped the project and they left it like that. So he is taking the glory that he is now going to. Anyway, listen.
I stand to be challenged. Omuma, for more than 8 years, I've not witnessed any project. It was in our administration that we awarded Umakale in Berry Road. We are not those people who believe in flag off. If we have to do flag off, we must tell you the significance of that project. That is why there are a few of them who are going to flag off. And when we get to that flag off, I will tell you the story behind it. Somebody mentioned here, when we came on board, there is some part of the road connecting Imo State. Because the road had a few meters to an opposition politician, the project was ended. In fact, in front of the man's gate. For so many years, they suffered. Politics is not about being wicked, being vindictive. No. It's a service. It doesn't matter where the person is. I'm not the governor of PDP. Although my chairman are from other parties. I'm the governor of River. So I owe everyone the responsibility of caring, providing, and protecting. I'm happy to say here, I stand to be challenged. I have never borrowed. This administration not borrowed. The only road was the one we used in the ring road, and everybody is aware of it. Go and bring any paper. Go to debt office, debt management office, and check if we had asked for anything. We don't need it. What is important is the little we are getting, we are applying it rightly. You are aware of the situation that even while I'm still having difficulty with money, I paid salary, not just paying salary. We implemented the above 70%, 70,000 minimum wage. It's showing our commitment, showing our love for our people. So we want to assure you.
It's all right, don't assure us. That's where the Wike's nemesis. Wike is a very, very strong, ardent criminal. Is the textbook definition of what is wrong with Nigeria. And somebody like that is kept for his criminal record by Tinubu because it will be useful. The violence that he is willing to unleash on the people, for him to have his way, is what makes him more valuable to Tinubu. All of that will become nothing if you, their victims, are courageous enough to actually stand up to them. And that's what somebody said. He said, oh, Mayegun, don't disturb yourself. When the people are ready, when the Wike himself will actually have to run. If he managed to escape, he won't look back when the people are ready. And I was like, okay, well, when would that be? I was like, well, Mayegun, you shall watch. There have been powerful people who felt so powerful, untouchable, above everyone, before these guys that you are seeing today. But when their time comes, I was like, well, I haven't really seen where the powerful people in Nigeria got treated by the people they have been trampled, the people they have trampled upon many times. Well, shall watch. That's what that person told me. You watch. It is great that today on social media, people can actually really see them for who they are, not what people said about them, not what people are saying about them. It is actually for who they are. People can really tell now. And the best thing is to keep wishing that they continue in this manner. They shouldn't change. I say, okay. So let who can, like the Yoruba will say, like Taluma Mumi, like who is that person that is going to come and touch us? We can do whatever we like. You can continue to complain. And we will continue to do whatever we like. That's fine. Now let's leave with the Wike for now. You know that if Tinubu is running a serious media campaign, especially from the backlashes of his tax reform bill, right? His Alpha Beta bill. In northern Nigeria, it is a double jeopardy for Tinubu there. When Tinubu displayed that image of himself, Dele Alakori, and then Emmanuel Macron in France, and they said they have signed a deal, a mining MOU. Do you know that for the past 4 days, Tinubu's men have been writing epistles explaining what they said is the content of the MOU. Part of their explanation is that they did not agree to the rumor that France will be moving their military bases to Nigeria. They said, no, we did not. In fact, we did not sign any MOU with France to come and colonize northern Nigeria, because what they are saying in northern Nigeria is that Tinubu has sold the north to France, despite the fact that countries like Senegal, Chad, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, they are chasing France out of their countries, and Nigeria is welcoming them to Nigeria, especially northern Nigeria, to come and start mining their gold, their lithium, their uranium, and other mineral resources, critical mineral resources from northern Nigeria, in which the campaign up north is that Tinubu has signed a deal to recolonize northern Nigeria. So this started as if like it was a beer parlor talk, until I started seeing most of the guys Tinubu hired as his sellers, like Dahane Bulaba, Sunday Oponudare, who is other guy again? That Asokun Gbade, Shegun, Dio Adeshegun or something. Adeshegun, right? Who else have they have been writing, including the longer throats on Opunuga. They have been writing epistles about why that is not true. They said the MOU is not law. The MOU is just a verbal agreement that the French companies, they are going to come and help Nigeria develop the Nigeria's Nigeria's mining sector and blah 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 blah. Share you get? And I'm like, when they deny, remember that every time they deny something, then it is to do. It is ridiculous to say France is coming to colonize Nigeria. Maybe not in that manner, not that word colonize. Okay. I don't know, like, even though some people will be comfortable using the word colonize Nigeria, because what is the difference? The African countries that France existed in for over 100 or 200 years, they have rendered them poorer economically. They have rendered them vulnerable security-wise. Terrorists are they are up in arms against the constituted authorities in these countries, courtesy of France. So if anyone is afraid of France or should be afraid of France, it should be northern Nigeria to start with, because they share the border with their cousins in all these countries. And they have stories about the French colonialism in these areas, where these countries are still being forced to pay what they call the colonial tax or colonial taxes. So what the heck is it that Tinubu signed? And that has prompted them to be explaining every now and then. Even the COAS, the COAS, the one they just appointed in place of Lagbaja, that one said with confidence that there is no foreign country that will come and establish base in Nigeria. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure what you are saying? Or you just like others, just talking for the talking's sake? So he was saying in Sokoto with the Nigerian soldiers in Sokoto fighting terrorists, I believe. And he had this to tell them.
Come to the theater and you have met the officers and men, and since you've been interacting with them. Sir, what new are we going to be seeing in terms of the operational performances of the troops?
Well, first of all, I'm here to speak with my officers and soldiers and to appraise the operational readiness, and that I have done. But what is going to be new here is that we need to reappraise our operations so that we can get a different result. We don't want to go into operations whereby we'll be doing what we've been doing before and getting the same result. So we want a different result. So we've sat down, we have reappraised our strategies. We're going to bring in more impetus into our operations, bring in more platforms to support the soldiers so that they can do their work well. That's why I am here. And I think I've achieved that aim. So we're going to go back to Abuja, see how we can add more to their platforms, support them in the operations, and I'm sure we'll get better results.
Any other question?
Okay, yes, from the north, south, west, and eastern part of the country, we know the army are doing excellently well because Nigeria is in existence and peace is there. But there are some certain issues, particularly with regard to the issues in Zamfara, in the far northwest, which is becoming a cause of concern. Are you concerned with that, and what will you do new in terms of tackling some of the emerging security threats?
Well, I'm very aware of these challenges, but I want to take one moment to make you realize the fact that there will always be challenges. Now, the most important thing is how we react to those challenges. If you recall, I was in Sokoto when the issue of Lukarawa people came up. I was pumped to go to Sokoto, and the essence of me going to Sokoto then was to see what we could do to make things better. And for the past 2 months, you will know that something's being done there. I'm talking about Zamfara and Northwest in general. We are also going to reappraise the operations there, bring in technology, and see how we can make things better. And I think by next week I should be in Northwest. Then maybe I can talk more about it then.
So the Nigerian, hang on. So the Nigerian retired soldiers staged a protest 2 days ago because their pensions were not paid. Some of them also were about to mutiny. These are the active soldiers about to mutiny because of their pay, poor pay. So right now, there is also an allegation of the Nigerian Army, Navy personnel, and some of other military and paramilitary officers whose salaries are being deducted from source. They are like collecting nearly half of their salaries. It's like they are deducting their money from source and they didn't tell them what is that for. The minimum wage that Tinubu announced is not being paid to anybody yet. So that